Welcome to a game between Nighthawk44 and Shapeshifters. This game was requested by Nighthawk44, and you will see him starting here as Calokibots, and he's going against Roovers. Let's see how it plays out. Yeah, it looks like Nighthawk is going for some raiding at the start of the game, and then followed by a Conjurer. Decent economic start. And he also has his commander on high priorities, so all his mix extraction, like his metal extractors and his solar panels, are prioritized. So yeah, here comes one Scorcher. A Scorcher alone is likely to win against a Glaive, but two Glaives can deal with a Scorcher fairly well. So you can see here that the Scorcher outranges the Glaives, but it does less damage at max range. It does most damage at close range. So that's a thing. But the Glaives will regenerate a little damage fast, so yeah. It's not too hard like skirmish against the Scorcher, like you can retreat when you want. And he even did some damage to the Scorcher that's not gonna get replenished anytime soon. Yeah, at this point he's stalling a bit, yes. But yeah, he's expanding here. So right now he's like 3 Glaives against 2 Scorchers, kind of an even fight. But it's not easy, like, yeah. I wouldn't say the Glaives have the advantage. So yeah, he's just mirroring them and following them. Like, yeah, you can't chase down Glaives. I mean, chase down Scorchers with Glaives. And because, yeah, the Scorchers are gonna do a lot of damage and have longer range if you try to chase them. And he goes away with his commander from his mechs. That's kind of bad. Like, yeah, he should have tried to intercept these 2 Scorchers with his commander instead. I think he's focusing too much here on this lone Scorcher, and now they come in. And yeah, this is doing a lot of damage. If he has to cut him off with his commander and maybe use Heavy Glaives here, he's getting some raiding done here. That's good. Some counter raiding, like he could, yeah. But you see how much damage these Scorchers get. They go around this turret. That's pretty good micro by Shapeshifters, like going around the Scorcher there. That Glaive dies. And see, they drove all the way around here, and now they're going into here and might even get this Khan here. Yeah, that's really good raiding done by Shapeshifters. Oh, and he tries to chase the Scorcher, but it even gets this. So these 2 Scorchers, they kill, what, 4 Glaives, and a lot of mixes, and yeah, 5 Glaives. Yeah, that's how bad it can get if you're trying to chase down a Scorcher with Glaives. 2 Glaives, killing 5 Glaives, and mixes, 6 Glaives even. Yeah. So if he had shut off these 2 here and then like been with his raiders here, he would have prevented this whole raiding, probably. He would have to dealt with, like, he could have split up, like sent 2 Glaives here to try to deal with 1 Scorcher there. But now it's looking pretty bad for him. Yeah. The position of this Lotus is decent, but you also need to be like in position with your Glaives to stop this. It's kind of hard to balance it against Scorcher with Glaives because you can't chase them. If you end up in a situation where you're trying to chase them, yeah, you're gonna have a bad time. So you have to be in position before the Scorchers go in, basically. You could rely more on defenses if you want. It's like, yeah. There's also like a group, there's also ticks against a group of Scorches that you can use. You have to like know where to place tick dows, the imp, so it's not easy to place a stun, suicide, kamikaze bot. Yeah. Yeah, now Shapeshifter just has so many Scorchers. Like, yeah, the Glaives are just, the Reaver is too slow to keep up with them. And yeah, just 3 Glaives against 3 Scorchers is not gonna do much. Yeah, this is how you can see how it can easily snowball out of control. Yeah. You're still kind of out-expanded opponent now, But yeah, but now that basically Shapeshifter have critical mass, he could even dive this turret. He can go around wherever we want, wherever there's no reavers and no defense. Yeah. So Reaver he kills the con down there. Yeah, do you have a radar here? No, you don't have a radar here. That's a mistake. Like, you should have a radar so you're ready to intercept with the Reaver here. But yeah. 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 Fighting Reavers can be tricky as cloaky bots. Like, if your Glaive micro is not on point, you can easily like lose the game like this. And if you're trying to compensate by building too many Lotus turrets as defense, or even like Stardust, the enemy can just push out their fencers and just kill these defenses for free. So, I mean, it's a tricky matchup for Glaives. Like, you have to be really considerate about how you like deal with Scorchers. Your micro has to be on point, so that the Scorcher doesn't just do run-bys and you have to chase the Glaives. And if you overbuild on like defense like this, yeah, the fencers come out and just rip it apart like this, and yeah, it's hard to deal with. Like, surviving the radar phase and surviving like a fencer switch as Cloak is a challenge that you have to like learn to balance very carefully how you do it. Yeah. Yeah, but at this point the game is over. Basically. So yeah, as a recommendation against Scorchers, I would recommend Glaives and even Imps. Like, yeah, that's a unit you can use early game if you place them. I mean, if the enemy is just coming with 2 Scorch like this, you're probably not gonna have a Imp just in case of that. So I would probably recommend using just pure Glaives and against that. But it's like, yeah, you see, you have a turret here, and then and then the Scorches come around here, and then you're forced to like bring the Glaives to chase the Scorcher, and that's the worst position you want to be in. Like, Scorchers that has free reign, and you're trying to chase them down with Glaives, and you don't have like turrets, and they can avoid the turret here. Like, yeah, it's something to consider. Yeah, for example, if you have one turret there, and one turret there, it's, for example, easier to like use the Glaives in conjunction with the Lotus turrets, so you can have like some. If the Scorchers try to dive this turret here, you will have some Glaives ready here to intercept Scorchers coming in, and yeah, you basically, most of the time, if you will fight Scorchers, you want to use Glaives in conjunction with Lotus turrets, and if there's a lot of Scorchers like 3, 4, 5, maybe you want an Imp to like. If you spot them on radar, you can see them on radar. You can place the Imp in a good position to like intercept them when they're coming in and try to bait them in like against a lone Lotus turret or something. Yeah, but it's tricky to counter Scorchers and be also prepared for an eventual fencer switch as cloaky bots against Reavers. So yeah. Anyway, GG, see you.